Yeah, that's right. It sucks. Being a father's rights advocate sucks. It's one of the hardest things to do in the world. And I almost quit. Seriously, swear to God, I almost quit. I'll tell you why. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fatherhood. Look, this is not going to be a long video. I just want to be open and transparent with everyone. You know, it's been a minute since I made a long form video, but look, it's only going to be a couple minutes. I've been doing some deep soul searching in how to maneuver and going forward with this platform. You know, look, you have a certain amount of fathers, right? You have the fathers that have been through the ringer and then got screwed by the family court system. You have the fathers that are currently in a good relationship with their child's mother, maybe if they're married or if they're just in a relationship. And you have the fathers that are soon to be fathers or aren't fathers actually yet. So there are three levels of it to me, three sections. So I figured like this. I've been using a lot of my efforts to inform and educate the fathers that it hasn't happened to yet. See, because that's part of, to me, that's where you can attack it at the root, right? So this is what I've been doing, all right? And I'm going to tell you what's happened to me. I've been in these fathers groups, these marriage groups, these husbands groups, where they're predominantly all, men, right? So, and I go and I explain to them, I'll read their posts. I'm talking about on Facebook, actually, right? So I read their posts. They're having problems with their relationship. They're saying it's headed towards divorce, this and that. But when you have other fathers that don't know how to navigate divorce efficiently, like yours truly have, and trust me, it's nothing really too smooth about it, but to make it as smooth as possible so you can leave, so you can come out of it on the back end with your children, or out of the relationship, even if it's not a marriage. When I go and bring this information to them, especially the married guys, if I sit up there and I tell them, hey, listen, hey, if you guys are going towards a divorce, I say, listen, I hope that you don't get a divorce. I hope you can fight through it. But if you don't, these are the things you must know. So I'll give them the 5 factors, flawless fatherhood factors for husbands, to make sure they secure custody, right? And I'll tell them, say, hey, listen, make sure you stay in the marital home. Make sure the mother doesn't take the kids out of the marital home. Make sure that you initiate a divorce. And I tell them the reasons why. Make sure to stay clear of the restraining orders, but also use the restraining orders if it comes to it. And to keep your hands and your face clean. I explain these things to them, right? But, I'll give them a little bit and I'll chop it up and I'll do it one at a time. But they take it as especially in these married groups, they take it as an insult. They take it as if, you're saying my wife is going to divorce me because we're having problems. I'm like, you don't want to sit up here and say it, dude, that she hasn't given you any in 5 freaking months. So don't get mad at me, because look, we all have common sense here, but you're the one walking around here with rose petal sunglasses on. So they attack me and saying that, oh, you're just mad because you got a divorce. Oh, who hurt you? These are grown men coming and attacking me when I'm just trying to put them in a position to where if they happen to go through an unfortunate divorce, that they can secure their kids. But they're too busy trying to run behind their wife and just have a low level of self-worth. And they're not even interested in keeping their kids and just thinking that, oh, I'm going to pray to God, everything's going to work. That really ticks me off, because that's not enough. He gives us the ability to do what we need to do here. But I'm not going to get into that because it's not a religious program. We all have energy and enough being to do for ourselves. But my point is, these guys won't take the information I'm giving them, preventive information, so if they see signs on the wall, they can stay clear and avoid the pitfalls. Because, hey, guy, boom. Hey, husband, once you get a restraining order on you, it's a wrap, or boyfriend, whatever. Boom. Hey, once you let her leave the house with the kids and establish residency somewhere else, boom, with the kids, boom. Now they have a report somewhere else. If you leave the house, husband, if you leave the home, well, because look, oh, I don't want my kids to see all this frustration and these arguing and this friction, so I just left for a few weeks, this and that, and I saw the kids every day. If you left that home and you wasn't there with those kids and you neglected the day-to-day duties, including laying your head down at night, being there, they're going to see that, the system will see that as abandonment. It'll be the strike against you, one of many strikes against you. I'm just saying, look, guys, that's what I used in my divorce in 2006. I didn't allow my wife at the time to take the children. I held them back. No, they're not going with you. So if you want to leave, you leave. This is not a knock on her. Me and her are great, and we did, she did her visitation and supported me as I raised our son into men. But my point is, I'm telling you, so there's no ill will between me and her. Okay, it hasn't been in a long time. But my point is, you have to do what you have to do to secure your legacy. It's a lot of stuff we need to change. It's not about the laws. People are like, oh, we need to change the laws. The laws need to make it automatic. No, it doesn't. How about that? It's a lot of bad dads out there. There's a lot of bad moms out there. Ill-equipped moms and dads. So why should that child be with an ill-equipped mom? Much just like an ill-equipped dad through a divorce or whatever the situation is. You try to tell these people stuff. You try to say, hey, look. Because look, I'm the one that cracked the code on this. Hey, for unwed fathers, make sure you establish paternity and get a joint custody agreement through the courts as soon as the child is born, within the first 30 days. So in the event that you break up, guess what? You'll already have custody. You'll fall back on the custody agreement that you made. Hopefully it's 50-50 joint physical custody equal. You fall back on that. That's the problem. Too many fathers they just sign a birth certificate, go months and years down the road, break up. Now they have to fight for custody. You should establish that in the beginning. But lawyers aren't going to teach you that. Judges aren't going to teach you that. Nobody's going to teach you that and inform the world but me. Everybody's doing it ass backwards. I've done the research for you. You just have to believe. I'm not going to get in trouble for telling you that because that is the hidden truth of what you need to do as an unwed father. As soon as the child is born, courthouse, it's a way you can talk to your old lady to make sure she knows that, hey, you're not trying to finesse her. Establish paternity, get a joint custody agreement. Period, point blank. You talk about your time sharing in there and stuff like that. You can write all those terms out week to week or whatever. You just have to make sure you're doing the right thing for the child. And again, we'll talk about how you can present that to her later, but having a child, you have to treat it like a business. And we don't. We just sign one. I didn't even sign the birth certificate with my youngest son that I had through an unwed relationship. Didn't even sign one. But I have 50-50 physical custody week to week, week to week, week to week, week on, week off. Alternate freaking claiming him on income taxes. I have the even years. She has the odd years. That's what 50-50, true 50-50 is. True 50-50. But you have to get out of your own way. You have to be like, hey, look, you got to learn. Do you want to try to learn let's say you want to learn how to dunk a basketball. Are you going to learn from somebody that got a PhD in basketball but never dunked the basketball? Or are you going to freaking say, hey, the person that dunked the basketball, not only dunked the basketball twice and I've seen them, so I probably want to listen to that person. These people that that people are looking forward to, like, attorneys and this and that, they want your retainer. I'm giving to you this free of charge. You say no game is more freer than this. Awesome. This ain't game. This is real life. I ain't even say it's free game. This is real life, and it affects your children. It affects your relatives' children. It affects the way this country is raised, the way these young kids grow into the next generation of adults. They sit up here and throw all these, I'm sure you guys have seen them. Women are like, you need to give me this amount of money. You need to take care of me. Maybe like, you're not traditional. Nothing but BS talking points. Nothing is solution-based. You change all of this stuff. You change underage. They know all the stats, right? As far as the underage, in incarcerations, teenage incarcerations from single mother households, teenage incarcerations, teenage suicides, teenage developing mental issues, countless. These things come from not having fathers in the child's life. Now, some people would say, oh, well, you need a father in the home. Now, just because the relationship ends, it doesn't mean relationships have to stay together just because of the child. I'm not a believer in that. But guess what? You can have, as long as you're in the child's life, equal as the mother, and you have equal overnights, that child will grow up and flourish. But if you allow that child to get raised by the mother, essentially letting that child get raised by the government in the streets. And you know that's not beneficial for a young boy or a young girl. Listen, guys, I'm just saying that there's just so much stress that I've got, so much pushback I've got from these freaking rose petal wearing husbands that it just makes me freaking sick. And people don't understand, like, listen, I'm trying to give you information. You're not going to realize it until you look back. You'll be like, oh, yeah, all those times she hit me, I could have filed a restraining order. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have left the home because they said that was a mistake, but I didn't know that until the judge told me, or whatever the case, or until my attorney told me that I can't get more time back. Maybe I should listen to that big head joker that used to wear the stupid Flawless Fatherhood shirt. Maybe he's onto something. Now you want me to unscrew what you messed up when you was in a position to listen beforehand. My kids are secured. I got mine already. I got all three of my sons. The two I had from divorce, raised them up into the men they are today. And guess what? I got my 11-year-old. This is equal as the mom, equal time as the mom. And it's not even my week, but guess what? I went and saw him today. It's easy. I just ask you to believe in the system, believe in the platform, and believe in me. Listen, I'm going to change my tone on this thing. I'm done just like, oh, look, hey guys, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. No, I'm going to start sparking fear into these dudes because you walk around here, the ones walk around here and not listening to what the information I'm giving and think it's sweet when the freaking relationship grieper, divorce grieper, relationship end grieper come knocking at the damn door. I don't want to hear no freaking complaining because I'm going to tell you, you're going to lose your damn kids if you don't learn how to freaking secure them. So this is not going for anybody that is happened to already, that's supporting the platform and happen to run across this video. But I tell you, I'm going to tell you right freaking now, you deserve it if you listen to my voice and if you listen to anything about any of my videos, anything, and you sit up here and you just turn a blind eye to it or put your freaking earmuffs on, you deserve to lose your child if your relationship ends. I'm going to say it to your face. You deserve it because I'm going to give you free information and I'm trying to change the culture. No matter what color you are, I'm trying to help save your child become a better adult and we have a better way of life. That'll solve all these entitlement problems, entitlement and delusion problems from these grown men and these grown women. They're all delusional. People say women are delusional. No, men are delusional too because you're believing this fairy tale like your relationship's never gonna freaking end. And it might not. It might not. But guess what? Someone's close to you will. So guess what? You can put them on game so they don't lose theirs. You may have a best friend or a cousin or somebody close to you that guess what? Oh, they going to court, this and that, and now they don't have their daughter or have their son. Now they're going through depression when you could have helped them and put them on the game and direct them into the right place. That's the problem. Nobody want to help nobody. So look, I just said what I had to say, but I'm starting being super aggressive because being nice and just cordial and even tempered don't freaking matter and don't move the needle. I'm done with that. I'm done with it. I mean business. So if you don't want to listen, get it cut off because that's what's going to happen. And then you'll look back and you'll be somber for the rest of your life. Flawless Fatherhood, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm going hard, 2025. I ain't playing no games. Like and subscribe to the video and bring people to the platform to be a part of the movement. If you're not a part of the movement, you're a part of the problem. Period, point blank. Flawless Fatherhood.